Hi, dragonflies. How are we all doing today? I really hope you're well. Welcome or welcome back if you've been before. It's really fab to have you here. This is about take 547 of this video. Because for some reason, the minute I hit the record button, my house decides to become the noisiest house ever. Bless my husband is doing a load of cleaning, which I'm so happy about. Obviously, I love him for doing that. He's not quiet. The dog knows I'm in here and is barking for me, so that's fun. I have got the fan on because it's really warm again, and it's just one of those days. Anyway, we will press on, and hopefully this will be the take that sticks. So we're doing a little bit of a review today of July in terms of practice, and I'll probably end up chatting about some other stuff too, because that's how I roll, and a little bit about August plans. So July, as I think I mentioned before in kind of my mid-month sort of catch-up, has felt really draining. I feel absolutely exhausted, honestly. Not just through my practice, but it's been a difficult month personally for a couple of reasons. The decks I chose have felt quite heavy and difficult. And I think having all of that stuff on my mind and then doing my spreads, I think have kind of taken it out of me a bit. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. I think perhaps my mindset has been quite, not negative, but there's been, it's hard to explain without telling you what's been going on really, but it's not really for me to tell. But I think perhaps I just needed, with all of the other stuff going on in life, I think I've just needed something a little bit less difficult or deep to be dealing with in terms of reading. But you live and learn, and when I chose the decks, I was in a different place to where I am now, so it is the way that life goes. In other news, mini Dilly graduated from primary school yesterday. That was emotional. They basically do this like hour-and-a-half leavers assembly at the beginning of the day, fully designed to see how many mothers they can make sob. They did a great job yesterday. A few years ago, just after we lost my father-in-law, we dedicated an award in his name to the school. Now, we have absolutely nothing to do with deciding who gets these awards, because it's the teachers and the head teacher that decide that between themselves. And it's the Key Stage 2 award for English that is in my father-in-law's name. And Dilly is an English whiz. She's kind of top of her class, really, in English. And this is because my father-in-law was a writer. And so that's why we thought Key Stage 2 was the perfect one, really. But yeah, as we had no idea, but one of the first things they did in the assembly was give out awards, and Mini Dilly won her papa's English award. So that broke me before anything else had even happened, as you can imagine, just streaming. And then loads of the kids were in tears, both the sort of leavers and the younger kids, because they didn't want to see the bigger kids leave. And then there were slideshows of when they were cute and little, and they sang songs about how much they're going to miss everybody and how they're moving on. And it was brutal. dragonflies. So yeah, and I don't think Mini Dilly was really feeling the weight of it yesterday, but I think she is a little bit sort of in the last sort of, well, mostly today and a little bit yesterday evening. I think the reality hit her a little bit, but so yeah, we're all feeling a little bit, we're exhausted if we feel like it's been a really long month actually, and that said, it's not even over yet, but anyway, in terms of practice, I began with this as my study deck, the Hush Tower. I'm so sorry, I think I've got something in my eye. And I've restarted this video so many times, I am not going to restart it again. So excuse me. Yeah, I started with, my study deck was the Hush Tarot. Because I've always felt that this deck has more to it than the guidebook says. Which is great, because it leaves a lot, I know I've said this before, but it leaves a lot to intuitive reading, which I like. But I also, as I've said in other videos, I love layers. I want to know more. I want more information. And the guidebook is so diddy and gives so little information that I've kind of thought, well, look, I love the artwork in this deck. I'm really intrigued by it. I'm not getting enough from the guidebook. I need to deep dive for myself. And my thinking was that would give me a bigger connection to the deck. I would grow to love it even more, and that it would become, I just had visions of it becoming a real go-to deck, and a deck that was sort of very near and dear to me. That's what it felt like it was going to be. Now, whether it or not it's because my energy wasn't in the right place this month, or whether it's just not the deck for me, I actually found myself really kind of almost disliking it after a while and getting a little bit bored of it, and it just hasn't kept my attention. Every other study deck I've done, I've been like filling it in right to the last day, and it's just felt a bit like hard work this month. And like I said, it could just be because of other stuff that's going on and where my mind's been at, but I'm disappointed. Yeah, that's all I can say about the Hush Tower at the moment, is that I'm disappointed, and I don't want to be, because it's beautiful. Yeah, see, Hush Tarot offers a shift in perspective that reveals profound answers to life's mysteries, and I wasn't getting that. And I'm gutted. I'm really gutted. But I shall not part with it, at least not yet. Perhaps when I'm in a different place, it's another one to pick up. Then I had my daily oracle draw, which was the Ancient Stones Oracle. I think I explained that before, that the imagery in this is really special to me. It's most of the imagery, or a lot of the imagery, is very similar to what I see in my head when I do my ancestral meditation, and my spirit guide meditation, and that really connected, because I've really wanted to be looking at ancestral work this month, which is not going to be a surprise to you if you've seen any of my other videos. And look at that on the bottom of the deck. It's going to be back to front, sorry, ancestral messages. Yeah, and I have loved working with this deck. This is the one deck that has kept me on track, really, this month, in terms of my practice and sticking to it, and also kind of setting me up for the day. It's just I can't explain. You know, it's another one of those things, and you want me to explain, because that's why you're here. You don't want me to sit here and go, oh yeah, oh, I don't know, yeah. It feels a very familiar deck and comforting deck, and it really does feel like I am getting the messages on the cards from somewhere else. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I can't fault that deck in any way, shape or form. I love it. So that's been a real success, and I'm almost sad to put it away for August, but it will come out again, 100%. It's very dear to me, that deck. And then I've been doing daily spreads As if you've seen my previous videos, you will know, excuse it for being back to front again. Unless I might flip it around on the edit. If you can read this properly, I have decided to flip it round. So this is a pairing of the Vintage Wisdom Oracle and the Relative Tarot, which I've shown before on the channel. Now, I love both these decks. I really, really like them. I've had great readings from them. I've been mostly doing a spirit guide spread. Again, I've mentioned that in other videos, but quite simply, it's Oracle card as the signifier, and then Relative Tarot as theme, things to avoid and what will assist you. And I've been doing that as a kind of asking ancestors and spirit guides, what do I need to know for the day? And it's been brilliant. It's been accurate. It's been enlightening. It's been intriguing. It's been puzzling, and I've really enjoyed working with it. And I won't bang on too much because I mentioned it in several other videos, but the Relative Tarot having the kind of numerology element to it, I've loved it because it's given me a whole new layer, but I've just found it draining. And again, I think it's obviously got a lot to do with other stuff that's been going on this month. But I've got great readings, but I felt super, super drained after a reading. And that's something I've not really experienced before. That's quite a new feeling to me. So yeah, interesting, awesome pairing, fabulous decks, really spot on, but for some reason mentally exhausting. So there we are. And then what have I been doing? So this is my sort of witchcraft practice. It's taken a little bit of a backseat this month, which is disappointing, but I think I've had so much. I've had so much. Like I say, my head space hasn't been right, and that's annoying to me. I don't want that to be the case, but you've got to cut yourself some slack, haven't you? But I have also been doing my ancestral research, which I again mentioned in my halfway point catch up. Haven't really done much more on that because I've hit dead ends. And also I wanted to sort of restart the ancestral grimoire at the beginning of August. Now, because of the way July has been and the way I'm feeling and the sort of exhaustion factor I have at the moment, the mental kind of tiredness, I've decided that I might leave that till September. I might start that in September, just put it aside, have a bit more of a kind of light month, and then come back to some of that in September. And also the kid will have started high school, so I want to kind of have a lighter month so that I can be much more present for her summer break, basically, and spend time with her and have fun with her. Okay, so I put out a short the other day with some choices of decks for August. I have mostly chosen decks that were in that video, but I have gone a little bit rogue with another choice. I was so between the Rackham Tarot and the Goblin Market Tarot for my study deck, but when I put them side by side, the Rackham Tarot kind of has such a sort of similar kind of colour palette and softness and kind of feel as the Hush Tarot, the artwork itself does, that I just think I needed to not yet. I need something very, very different this month. So that's what made me kind of put that aside and go with the Goblin Market Tarot, because I'm so excited about this deck and intrigued by it. It's so different. and just weird. And I think I need weird and different and just a change of tarot scenery this month. And I will do a proper walkthrough of this, because I know I've said that a couple of times. I know I owe you. But yeah, I'm going to use that as my study deck this month, because it just looks like it's going to be fun and interesting and just less of a kind of than I found the Hush Tarot to be this month. So yes, that will be the study deck, and I shall let you know how that's going, probably mid-month. Then my daily oracle draw is obviously going to start with the Seasons of the Witch Lammas oracle, because we have Lammas stroke Lunarsad coming up very, very soon, in a few days. And, you know, why else would I own these if I wasn't going to use them for the Sabbats? So this will be sort of the first week of August, probably, maybe a couple of weeks. We'll see how I'm feeling about it. And then once I pop that back on the shelf, I am picking up the Folklore Oracle by Giada Rose and Hadass Knox, because I really love the look of this one. I haven't used it yet. I'm really excited to delve into it. And folklore's on my mind a bit at the moment. I will tell you in a minute why. And what made me decide was doing the Show Us Your Backs video. And I love the backs as well. And when I got it out to sort of prep for that video, I went, oh, I'm genuinely excited about this deck. So that will be my other daily draw deck once I've finished with the Seasons of the Witch. And then we're in a little bit of a kind of situation here. For some reason, last month, I think it was because I was focused very much on the ancestral work, that I kept my daily spreads to just the one pairing. And normally I will kind of, about halfway through the month, I'll try something else out. But I didn't last month, but I thought this month I'm going to. And I need light-hearted, I need soft, I need easy for my readings. So I have chosen for, at some point in the month, the Light Seers, because it is just it is the most chill deck in terms of not taxing my brain too much, of being really comforting and lovely and easy and laid back, and I so need that this month. But then I went a bit rogue, because for the last few days this deck has been calling to me to be used, and I really, really need to use it. I was going to say, oh no, we'll try that in September. This deck did not want to wait, and that is Tarot of a Moon Garden. And I cannot wait. I really want it. This might be my first half of the month deck, actually, because I cannot wait to read with it. And then I thought, oh, how am I going to pair these? What am I going to pair the Light Seers with? What am I going to pair Tarot of a Moon Garden with? I did consider Beowulf Oracle with Tarot of a Moon Garden, because the artwork has a kind of, they sort of remind me of each other. But then I thought, oh no, I don't need the Beowulf Oracle, because that looks like a, in your face sort of message giver. So I haven't decided. And I know a lovely somebody lovely commented that believe your own magic, is that oracle? Believe in your own magic. Didn't even get it off the shelf today. As a pairing for the Light Seers. And I did have a look at that, and I can see why it's a really great pairing. It's a great suggestion, but I just don't think it was quite for me. So I don't know whether I'm going to end up pairing them or whether I'm just going to use them on their own. But I'd be really, really interested to hear what you would pair them with, or what you do pair them with, the Tarot of the Moon Garden and the Light Seers Tarot. I'd be really fascinated to learn some good pairings for these. I might even do a little pairing video to try out some of my oracle decks with them. A, because it's a bit of fun. B, it's another bit of content that I don't have to go, I don't know what to do for my next video. And more importantly, it's a really good chance for me to kind of waffle on to you and get my thoughts out and clarify my thoughts. It's a really, really useful tool for that, having a YouTube channel. Bizarrely, or at least it is for me. I guess that's not for everyone, but yeah. So yeah, please comment with some suggestions for some pairings for Tarot of Moon Garden and the Lightseers Tarot. Because at the moment I'm kind of thinking, oh, I'm just going to use them as they are. So I'm looking over at my oracle decks. But I might do, yeah. Let me know if you want a pairing video, because I might try that. So yeah, those are my plans for my tarot practice this month. Want to keep it a bit more chill and a bit more summery, really, actually, and a bit less kind of heavy. So yeah, obviously we have Lunasad coming up very, very soon. We have plans just before Lunasad, actually a couple of days before Lunasad, we have having some friends round for a sort of bit of a celebration. There's some bits, not specifically of Lunasad, but we're having friends around for food and what have you. And then Lunasad will obviously be, we're going to be doing corn dollies, definitely making bread, definitely eating some very cool food outside. We'll probably go, I will start picking my apples and my blackberries and making jam. I look forward to that. That's the thing I look forward to most when we get to Lunasad. Is harvesting that fruit and making my jam, which lasts me for a long time because I make so much of it. So we'll probably have a nice time eating outside, which is Mini Dilly's favourite thing about it, as she's told you before, the food. And I'll plan maybe a couple of little rituals, possibly some gratitude rituals. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a little think about exactly what I want to do, and whether it's just going to be me doing it as a solitary practice, or whether I'm going to have company. We shall see. But that's coming up. So I always do my little kind of clips of our celebration video, so that will go up just after. And then I've had another idea that I wanted to run past you guys. So I mentioned earlier folklore, and that my father-in-law was a writer. And he mostly wrote local history books, and he has actually written some wider reaching history books, but he did write a book on Isle of Wight folklore, which is wonderful, and he was incredible at taking walking parties to all the sites of these particular folkloric tales and orating the stories. He was a fabulous storyteller. He had everybody hooked on his every word. It was just, magical. Really was magical. And it struck me, and I've run it by my husband, who thinks it's a great idea, that it might be nice to include some Phillies folklore on Dilly's channel. So maybe something like we'll sort of take a nice little sort of nature walk to the sites and read you a little bit of his folklore book, so that you can hear about the folklore of the Isle of Wight, and some of the myths and legends and stories and history, all from the magical settings that they are set. And we just thought that'd be a really nice kind of soul warming thing to do, as well as a brilliant way of kind of bringing his work to a wider and newer audience, paying tribute to him, and keeping his kind of legacy and his work alive as much as we can. So yeah, let me know if you think you'd like to see a little series on Philly's folklore, magical sort of tales of the Isle of Wight. Yeah, please let me know in the comments. It's something we'd very much like to do, I know, and you might actually get to see Mr. Dilly if you're lucky in some of those videos, and some really beautiful places, because we live in the most wonderful, magical place. So yeah, we might do some of those over the summer if you guys want to see them. And I think that's probably it. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, I've got some new witchy tarot books on order, which I shall show you. Oh, and I'm partway through a book actually, but I didn't want to kind of review it until I had properly finished it. And I can't even find it now to show you. But it's sort of a witchcraft history book, and it's really good. So I will, when I show you my other books, I'll maybe do a review on that one if I've managed to finish it by then. And was there anything else that I'm forgetting before I sign off? Oh, I could show you this just for fun, actually. I ordered this a really long time ago, and it's only just arrived. I'd forgotten I'd even ordered it, and it's the tarot card sticker book. And do you know what? I ordered it for tarot journaling. But actually, I think I'm just going to use it for something a bit more fun. I think I'm probably I scrapbooking, tarot themed scrapbooking. That strikes me as a lot more fun than some heavy journaling with this particular thing. And I do a lot of journaling. So it might be nice to just have a bit more fun with these. Yeah, this is the Wiser Tarot Card Sticker Book. There's 32 sets of the 78 cards. Oh, they're kiss cut. I've never heard that term. Kiss cut for easy peeling and application. What does kiss cut mean? I've never heard that term before, but I like it. Isn't that cute? That's a cute term. Anyway, guess what, dragonflies? I digress. But I think that you'd be disappointed maybe if I didn't. If I just kept it strictly to subject and didn't say and waffle on a bit, then I wouldn't be me, would I? So anyway, I'm just looking around because I'm trying to see if there's anything new to show you or anything I've forgotten about, but I don't think I have. And I have now succeeded in making this video at least 5 minutes longer than it needed to be. But there we are. Anyway, I hope that I didn't send too many of you off to sleep there, and that there was at least something in there that you enjoyed. Yeah, I shall be back soon with some more videos. Let me know what you think about all the various things I've mentioned, and take care. I will hopefully see you all soon.